All right, it's time for Lagos Through the Ages on mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Sahid Fuhad, and this is the show where we look at the history of Lagos. And of course, the perspective is so simple and straightforward. We look at locations, we look at the people, we look at food, culture, everything from the historical perspective of what makes Lagos a beautiful city. That is the show, Lagos Through the Ages on mainland 98.3 FM. Last week, I made a Prince Abiola Olojo Soko, the Oloja of Lagos, elect and the Alashe of Ebuteiga, in the studio with us as a guest to give us a complete historical perspective of the Oba Kosoko of Lagos. Yes, that was a promise I made last week, but to all my listeners who will be waiting to hear directly from him talk about the history of the Oba Kosoko of Lagos, that there's a bit of Isheshe going on at the palace today. That is the Kosoko Palace in Eriko, Lagos, and he would have to be involved with that traditional rite. I think there are also festivals going on somewhere in Epe connected to the Kosoko throne in Lagos, and he must be fully involved with that traditional rite. But he has made a promise to say, look, next week he will be in the studio with us. To him, the story of the Oba Kosoko of Lagos is one that cannot be completed even in a year if we were to really go deep into it. It would have been nice to serialize it, but we'll try and see what we can do next week when it comes around to tell us about the history of the throne. That's the throne of King Kosoko of Lagos. So Prince Abiola Olojo Kosoko, the Oloja of Lagos elect and the Alashe of Ebuteiga, will be in the studio with us next week, 11:15 a.m. in the morning, and the topic would be Oba Kosoko of Lagos, a complete historical perspective. Yes, enough. When it comes to really giving the history of that particular throne, the Kosoko of Lagos up till today is still regarded as one of the most vibrant, one of the most industrious and king that ever ruled Lagos. So we're going to be looking at his relationship with the throne in Ife. We're also going to be looking at his relationship with the Benin throne, that's the Oba of Benin. We're also going to be looking at the big business hub it was during his reign as the king, as the Oba of Lagos. So we look at what he did of his exile from the palace in Lagos, how he went on exile and later came back. His triumph, the Oloja of Lagos. King Kosoko is regarded as the Oloja of Eriko Kosoko of Lagos. So that's a promise that would definitely keep to next week on the show. But today, in Lagos, that's the capital city of the city of Lagos, of the state of Lagos. That's Lagos State, and we're looking at the acronym Ikeja. A lot of people don't know that the word Ikeja is not really any word that we can translate into anything. I think we were able to spell that out. A lot of my listeners were shocked to know that that's indeed a joint administration. But there's more to that particular name, Ikeja, deity of the Awori people of Ota. So again, you have two historical perspectives to Ikeja. There's an historical part of it that is saying that it's actually named Ikeja originates from what was formerly known as Akeja, which was named after a deity by the Awori people, and the area was raided for slaves until the mid 19th century. Early in the 20th century, it became an agricultural hinterland for Lagos. The opening of the Lagos-Ibadan Railway in 1901 and the growth of Lagos as a port transformed Ikeja into established, and in 1976, Ikeja became the capital of Lagos State. So there are two parts to that particular story. The first part is that it was a joint administrative unit which had Ikorodu and Epe division. That was at that time when it was an administrative unit bringing together the Ikorodu and Epe joint administrative unit. So that's one story, that it's an acronym to spell that out. But the other part, which goes far into the history of what you can call the traditionals, the locals, is that Akeja was the name of a particular deity. You know, when it comes to history, as I say this, you have different versions, and you may just have to pick one and go with it. There are also particular story that says that the name originally Akeja was founded by an Awori hunter named Akeja Onigorun, after whom the area was named after. So you can see there's a story that says it's the name of a deity. The other one said it's an acronym, and then there's one that is saying that it was the name of a particular local hunter that founded the area, Akeja Onigorun. But the fact is, Ikeja has grown to become not only the capital city of the city of Lagos over the years, but it has become a major commercial hub. And there are districts that have also emerged from what we have today as Ikeja. They have a number of districts. We have Anifowoshe, we have Oregun, all under what you have as Ikeja. You know, you have Anifowoshe, where you have Computer Village and the rest. You have Oregun, you have Ojodu. A lot of people don't know that Ojodu Bega, the whole stretch, is under the Korodu under the Ikeja district and division. You also have Okpebi, you have Akiode, Godo. You know what we call it Magodo now, but the traditionals, the locals will tell you it's actually Magodo. Then you have Mainland, Onigbongbo, which is also very close to Maryland, and then you have Ikeja, GRA, all forming part of what is considered the Ikeja district, the modern day Ikeja district. So you may want to go with any of the historical perspective today, whether to go with the fact that it's just an acronym for Ikorodu Epe Joint Administration, or to go with the fact that the name originates from Akeja, who is a deity of the Awori people. Or you may want to go with the part of the history that says it is just the name of a local hunter of Awori origin that settled in that particular area years back, Akeja. And you know, so but the fact is to have the capital city of the city of Lagos with districts like Anifowoshe, Oregun, Ojodu, or traditional now, Maryland, Onigbongbo, and then Ikeja, GR. You know, and then when I come back, we'll also multi-billion naira Ikeja. So to the history of of Ikeja. And of course, we've tried to look at it as a name or as a district or as a capital of Lagos or even a commercial hub in the city of Lagos. And some of the things I've said is that originally it was Onigorun, after whom the area was named after. But some see him as a deity, not just a hunter, so that's another account. But to this day, the majority of residents in Ikeja are Aworis who migrated from Ota, an Awori town in Ogun State. That's about 24 kilometers north of Ikeja Township. It was in the wake of migration of the Yorubas from Ile-Ife to Ota in the 15th century. You know, everything still keeps going back to Ile-Ife. The locality was raided for slaves until the mid-19th century. I think I mentioned that. But today, there's another account, which is a more recent account, not as far back as the 15th century. The Ikeja is an abbreviation meaning Ikorodu and Ekpe Joint Administration, and that was where the name was coined out from. You know, so but again, according to this particular account, this account, Ikeja was founded by the Awori ancestors of Oshoja, Amore, Maku, Afari Ogun, and Kushere Moses, who all have families under the leadership of the Olo, with each family group settling in different but close quarters. But the newer story, the newer settlement in Ikeja, you have Ikeja Onigorun, you have Alausa, Olushosun. I'm sure a lot of us know Olushosun around what's it called, Oregun. You have Oregun itself, you have Olushosun, you have Ojodu, Onigbongbo, Aguda Tutun, you have Agidingbi, Koka, Wasimi, Abulegun, Okera, and Keke, all within. That's the reality now of Ikeja. Given the migration into Ikeja, you have, you know, it's now a mix of people of different origins. So the idea that it's dominated by Aworis groups, you know, and it has become a massive commercial hub, apart from the fact that it is still the capital city of Lagos as we speak. So that's the bit of history that we can give on the city of Ikeja. You know, this show is interactive. Yes, we're going to do that on the show today. The show gives you the opportunity to test your knowledge of the history of Lagos, and that is what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to open the phone lines to give you the chance of winning 1,000 naira recharge card. Yes, just answer two questions on the history of Lagos, and you will be going home with 1,000 naira recharge card. Yes, you'll be credited with 1,000 naira recharge card on the show. But again, let me say, the Lagos through the ages will be having Prince Abiola Olojo Kosoko, the Oloja elect, the Oloja of Lagos elect, and the Alashe of Ibutega. Join us in the studio next week, Thursday, 11:15 in the morning, to look at Oba Kosoko of Lagos, a complete historical perspective. You know, there's no way you talk about the throne of the Oba of Lagos himself. Come in to the studio to tell us the history of that beautiful, wonderful throne in Lagos. So let's test our knowledge of 1-0. Just try and answer two questions on the history of Lagos. Some of the questions we've asked before on the show. Some of them are new questions that we'll be throwing in today. And then if you are a lucky winner, you go with 1,000 naira. Can you please turn down the volume of your radio set? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
My name is Ademuyiwa. I'm calling from Alimosho.
Ademuyiwa from Alimosho. This is your first time on the show, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Okay, sir.
On you. Now, the first is located.
Yes. I didn't know that. I only know of the secondary school, CMS Gamma.
No, I wanted the primary school.
Yeah.
So what you can always call back. There's always a second chance on the show, eh?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling.
What's the second question?
No, now you have to call back. So that you have to answer the first question to get the second question. Hello. Can you please turn down the volume of your radio, sir?
Okay. Hello,
sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Adeyinka from Ikorodu.
Mr. Adeyinka, I know you always eat for this show from Ikorodu.
Okay. From Ikorodu.
Okay. Okay. very quick one. The Methodist Girls High School in Yaba, Lagos was founded in what year?
1897.
That's not correct, Mr. Adenika.
1879.
Okay, 1879. Okay, that's one question gone. Okay, let's take this second question. All right. The Qatar Bridge, the first one, Qatar Bridge, was built in what year? You know, there was a temporary one before it was constructed into a permanent one. What year was it built? 10 seconds, Mr. Adinga.
Oh, I can't remember the year again.
You can always call back, Mr. Adinga. Yeah? You can always call back. Yeah? Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes. This is Ufoma from Magodo.
How you did? Yeah, not you. It's not Magodo. You know, historically, the traditional we call it Magodo. I'm sure you know.
Yes. It's Magodo. Hey, okay. When I go, yes. Even thank you for that. What you just mentioned. It's Magodo. So what are you going to discuss about the history of Magodo?
No, I'll not ask you a question on that. Okay. You know the first caller was, I asked him the question of the first primary school. So let me ask you the first secondary school. What year? The first secondary school in Lagos. What year was it founded?
I may not know the year.
You have to know the year now. You know the school. The school is CMS Grammar School.
Is it not?
But what year?
The school is
10 seconds. Good. Hello.
Hello, it's Mr. Adeyinka again.
Mr. Adeyinka, you don't even allow the thing rest before you run to call back. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I'm looking at the best question to give to you. Okay. All right. The Lagos State University. Yes, that's LASU. Was founded in what year?
1983.
Okay. All right. The second question. Now, telephone link between Lagos and Britain was first established in what year? The first time that we had a link between Lagos and Britain connected on telephone.
Telephone link between Lagos and Britain.
Yes, the first time ever. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Adinka, for calling on the show. I think we still have 091360041. Hello. Okay, yeah. So I think we still have the opportunity to take one or two more calls on the show. Like I said, you stand a chance of winning 1,000 naira recharge card. Just answer two questions. Yes, two questions within 10 seconds, and then you will be credited with 1,000 naira recharge. I try to make some of these questions very simple. These are questions I've given out severally on the show. Most of the schools around, I expect that if you're going to call the show, do your research on knowing the dates of, especially the schools, the old schools in Lagos, St. Gregory's, the CMS Grammar Schools, Methodist High School, and some of these old schools. Just get your information right on when they were founded. University of Lagos, Lagos State University. I think we've also asked questions on the bridges in Lagos, their length in kilometers. We've also done the years. Some of these bridges were constructed. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Stella Maris.
Okay, Stella
Maris.
You've won on the show
yes,
before.
I won on your show, I think sometime last month.
Okay.
But I've not been available. Thanks for the card then.
Okay, all right. All right. So let's see how it goes today. All right. Ikoyi is divided into two districts currently. There are two parts of Ikoyi as we speak. Can you give me the two parts of Ikoyi in Lagos?
Wow. I think southeast and southwest.
No. Not southeast.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So why you don't know? All right. You can always call back, yeah? But that's a question I've also... Okay, one more call. I'm getting signal from my producer that I can only take one more call. Hello? All right, 09136000410. Let's hope that that will be a lucky winner. We'll be able to answer two questions and get 1,000 naira recharge card. But yes, we've done quite a lot today on the show talking about the city of Ikeja, looking at the history of that. That's the capital city of Lagos and also a major commercial hub. But I need to also say this, that a lot of the places that have been commercialized in Lagos today existed majorly as residential locations. Even the entire computer village that we talk about today used to be majorly a residential location. Even the Ikeja GRA. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Steven. Hello from Pangrove.
Okay, Steven from Pangrove. Your first time on the show?
That's right.
All right, from Pangrove. Okay. Since it's your first time, let me ask you this question. The 3 bridges linking Lagos, mainland, and island.
Okay. Qatar Bridge.
Yeah, Qatar Bridge, 1.
Third Mainland Bridge.
Third Mainland Bridge.
Eko Bridge.
And the Co Bridge. Okay, beautiful. Now, Ikoyi has 2 parts. What are the 2 parts, the 2 major parts of Ikoyi today?
That's a church outside. Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, let me just give you the answer. But you can always be a part of the show next week because you just have to be the last call I can pick on the show today. But for Ikoyi, because I'm going to repeat this question some other time on the show, you have Southwest Ikoyi and Old Ikoyi.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. That's the last call I'll be able to pick on the show today. Lagos through the ages on mainland 98.3 FM. Yes, again, I need to say this, that next week we will be having a special guest join us on the show in the studio live to talk about the history of King Kosoko of Lagos. Yes, he will be joining us live in the studio. That's Prince Abiola Olojo Kosoko, the Oloja of Lagos elect and the Alashe of Ebute Iga. And the topic would be Oba Kosoko of Lagos, a complete historical perspective. This is what I'm going to be calling today on the show today. Lagos through the ages on mainland 98.3 FM. Okay, let's do this again next week.